10 Best Books on Investing. Investing books are the best way to improve or introduce yourself to the best strategies that can grow your finances. These books can help you gain the right momentum as a beginner and also give you better insight on investing without having to pay someone. To be a good investor, you need strategy, skill, and intuition. Instead of learning from your own experience, grab one of the books listed here and gain first-hand knowledge from the experiences of the world's best investors. Even if you are experienced in the field, there's always something new to learn. Here are 10 of the best books on investing. 1. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing. Well, I have read so many books on investing, but no other is as good as this one. If you want useful advice on how to reap more from your invested funds in the stock market, then this book is a keeper. It has invaluable information from John Bogle, an investment guru. For experts, you may recognize him as the founder of Vanguard, one of the largest investment companies in the world. His company has more than $5 trillion worth of assets under management. While most books have complicated strategies that may not make sense for beginners, Bogle took the easier approach in his book by sharing solutions in their simplest form. One of the most important tips shared in his investments is minimizing fees. He believes an average investor over time can add millions to their portfolio by simply reducing fees. If you're looking for real-life advice in an easy-to-understand format, then go ahead and buy this book. You won't regret it. The recent edition has 2 more chapters that will give you a better perspective in the market. 2. The Intelligent Investor. This book was first published in 1949, and since then, it's been updated every decade to make it more relevant in the market. This book right here is a must-read for every investor, regardless of your level of expertise. The content is so valuable that Warren Buffett says it's the best book on investing that has ever been written. This book has the most practical approaches to investing, which are applicable to any investor. The author, Benjamin Graham, emphasizes on the concepts of value investing, which is a key strategy that could help you avoid costly investment mistakes. If you want to know how to make the best investment decisions, then grab a copy today. 3. One Up on Wall Street. Just from the well-thought-out title, you know this is one great book. Peter Lynch, the author, shares his own secrets and trains the readers on how to research on companies before investing. He is an established and well-known fund manager with years of experience on Wall Street. His unmatched record of outperforming the market makes him a legend. If a legend writes a book, then you better buy and read it. In his book, he highlights the importance on not basing your investment decision on rising stock, as numbers do lie. Rather than just looking at the current face value, it's important to look beyond the balance sheets in order to understand why a company is the best investment option. If you're a beginning or an experienced trader, I know you'll find valuable information in this book. He will teach you how to ignore experts, stick to familiar industries, and grow your money. 4. The Essays of Warren Buffett. We can't talk about investing and leave out the king of it all, Warren Buffett. He's the legend who doesn't need any introduction. If you've never heard of him, then you're probably living in a hole, and you better watch one of the videos we've done on him right after this one. If you go through the internet, I bet you won't find any list of investment books that leaves out this one. It's an excellent choice for beginners, as it gives insight that goes beyond the corporate landscape and will guide you in understanding the relationship between stockholders and corporations. The author Lawrence A. Cunningham did a splendid job of capturing the expertise of the investing guru into words. He expounds on his many years of investing and shares a decent amount of the wisdom gathered through time. If you want to get realistic advice on how to make good money in the stock market, who better to listen to than the king himself? 5. Common Sense on Mutual Funds. They say the best way to learn is through experience and making mistakes. And an even better way is to learn through other people's mistakes. On our list, we have another outstanding book by John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard. In this book, he shares in-depth information on strategies to use and how to handle uncertainty and price fluctuations. Just like Warren Buffett, Bogle advises investors to avoid short-term strategies and invest long-term. I know you've heard this before a couple of times, but in the book, you will get to understand why every guru swears by it. You will also understand the effects of speculation and when to make the investment decisions as prices fluctuate. The book also covers many other interesting topics, such as asset allocation, fund selection, global investing, and equity styles. 6. The Millionaire Next Door. If you want to know what sets apart the middle-class individual and the millionaire, then you better read this book. William D. Danks and Thomas J. Stanley, the authors of the book, did a splendid job in explaining what really sets the two categories of people apart. If this isn't one of the best finance books, then I don't know what is. The teachings in this book are much more than the basic money management tips. You'll have a look at the behaviors and thoughts of wealthy people and identify where you could be going wrong. In the book, you'll find the observations and conclusions of more than 1,000 self-made millionaires over a 20-year period. This has to be one of the most authentic books you can find, with real information. So go ahead and grab one. You'll thank us later. 7. The 4 Pillars of Investing. Want to have a solid understanding of all the fundamentals of investing in the stock market? Well, this book has it all. William Bernstein discusses the 4 major pillars that should guide you throughout your investment journey. Whether you consider yourself an expert or a beginner, you'll find this detailed analysis of how to invest very useful for your portfolio. You'll also get to understand the history of investing and the overall psychology behind the art. Trust me, your investing game won't be the same after reading this book. 8. You Can Be a Stock Market Genius. The title may sound like a sales pitch, and more than often people tend to ignore the book. The few who actually read its contents know that the title totally makes sense. This book is one of the best options if you're trying to get ideas to grow your finances. The author, Joel Greenblatt, who happens to be the founder of Gotham Capital, who is popularly known for his other book, The Little Book That Beats the Market, is a guru in his own right. He has curated the most insightful and useful investing information in his book that is applicable to any investor. If you're a beginner who wants to understand complex strategies and situations, or an expert investor who's looking for alternative ideas and concepts, this one right here is for you. Many people have become stock market geniuses and owe their success to this book. You could be one of them too. 9. Beating the Street. Peter Lynch includes his own proven strategies for investing in this priceless book. After reading so many books on investments, I believe there's no author that has delved into detail as Peter has. If you want to build a profitable portfolio using his own personal strategies, then grab yourself a copy. In the book, you will find straightforward explanations and a brief history of Lynch's personal experience with investing. This book will be your practical guide to investing, and in no time, you will be on the next level. No one can accurately time when the company's stock will fall or rise, but you can train yourself on how to identify the right time to buy or sell a stock. This book will teach you how to. 10. Security Analysis. After the Great Depression and the Wall Street crash, investors from all over the world learned expensively the most painful lessons in history. These unprecedented losses led David Dodd and Benjamin Graham to write one of the best books on investing. These two authors introduced a new ideology called value investing. This strategy is still useful today in determining whether an investment has the potential to deliver reasonable results. This book goes beyond stock investments and explains how to evaluate bonds and other financial assets. This is one book that you will read more than once. Always have it close by when you want to refresh on the most important investing fundamentals. Now, I know we've mentioned so many books and you're wondering where to start. Our advice is to read as many books as possible. Here's why. The average millionaire reads more than 50 books a year. In order to be a smart investor, you'll have to have enough knowledge on the whole art, be familiar with all strategies, so that you know when and where it is applicable. Beating the market is something anyone can learn over time. The best place to start is by reading these books. If you're just starting your investment journey, pick a few books you like and start there. Investing without prior knowledge is equivalent to building a house without any architectural or engineering knowledge. Avoid making mistakes by reading these books and many others from investing experts. Even as an expert investor, a little more knowledge won't hurt anybody. Plus, you always have to stay ahead of the game.